What allows us to keep going? Well, we think of things like willpower, but what's willpower? Willpower is neurons. It's neurons in our brain. We have this thing called the central governor, which decides whether or not we should or could continue, or whether or not we should stop, whether or not we should quit.
Molecule dopamine is associated with reward. It's more about motivation and craving. Or it turns out the human without much dopamine can still experience pleasure. They can sit on their couch and cram their face with pleasure-inducing calories or what have you, watch pleasure-inducing things on the television, but they have very little motivation to go pursue things that will deliver them pleasure.
We have to remember that this mechanism of dopamine and pathfinding to goals is in every animal. Humans, dogs, sheep, any animal that needs to forage for things,
to
for
find
food or water.
Yeah.
They don't just get that dopamine release at the end. They get it when they realize they're on the right track. So a grazing animal might be on a really barren landscape and then smell something off in the environment. Now that was an external pull, or think, you know what, I'm going to go that way because I don't know, I need to go some way. They go some direction and they don't smell water, which animals can do. And so they veer off course, and then all of a sudden they get a little bit of scent of water. At that point, that's when the dopamine is released, not when they get the water and drink from it. So that puts them in energy to get there. You know, you think about walking in the desert and you're just dying of thirst, and all of a sudden you spot a big lake. All of a sudden, you will have the energy to run the remaining mile. Whereas before you thought you were going to die. How is that? How is that? It's not like more glycogen is suddenly available. It's not like ketones did it for you. So what did it? That's dopamine.
The molecule dopamine, when secreted in the brain, makes us pursue things, build things, create things, makes us want new things that we don't currently already have.